Hey friends, I just wanted to share a quick testimony. It might be quick, I don't know. But I just wanted to say that God really is the God of reconciliation, and He's for restoration, and especially with the ones that He wants to be reconciled with. He really is for it. And I just want to share just a little bit about what happened, just so you get a little bit of a background story here. But God placed a divine separation between me and a friend, just because of things that were happening in her life and in my life, and I just literally was just getting overwhelmed that I just couldn't handle things that she was doing, and I just couldn't handle it, because of what I was going through. And God actually told my son about. He gave him he just sent him a message, and he relayed it to me. And in the text message, it said, "You may not know what I'm doing now, but later you will." And I believe it was that day or the very next day, my friend had rejected me out of her life, and she said that she wanted to be done, and she didn't want to be my friend. She was just done. And I accepted it at that moment because I knew that, there'd be restoration later, because, we're two people who are stronger together. We're stronger together, and our prayers have really moved a lot of things, and it's changed a lot of things just by us praying together. But anyways, so God placed this divine separation, and it was really hard because I felt isolated, and I just like, wow, it's like, I just felt lonely, you know. And my friend took that divine separation. She took that the wrong way. She felt really hurt by it because she thought that I was doing it on purpose. She thought I was ghosting her. She thought that, you know, um, she took it all on as hurt. But it wasn't me. It was God doing it. He was the one who was taking her away from me. He was taking us away from each other so that she could uh, deal with the things that she was dealing with at that time, and so that could bring her into alignment with Him again. You know, He wanted her on His path, and I just couldn't be near her at that moment. And that's when God places those divine separations, is because He wants us, on the right path. And back then, her and I could not agree. We could not walk together. And Amos 3:3, it says, "How can two walk together unless they agree?" We literally couldn't even agree to each other. We couldn't even agree to each other. Therefore, we couldn't walk together. We couldn't. And because we couldn't walk together, God to put that divine separation in between us. And it was really hard because how much the enemy was in play with us too. Like, the enemy really tried messing with our minds too. Like, he put fear in her life, where she ended up blocking me on social media, and her friends, or not her friends, but her family. She got her family to block me too, and that, I don't know, that really, really hurt me. Because I was just trying to cry out to the Lord, like, Lord, I really had a pure heart towards her. But anyways, we're restored now, and I feel a lot better about her now, and she feels better about me. But the enemy was the one who put fear in her and caused her to block me. And then the enemy actually put fear in me, and he put the thoughts in my mind that I needed to hide her, try to hide her on this channel, or try to hide her in different ways, because I just felt threatened by her. But that was just really the enemy, because I don't have to fear anything. We don't have to fear anything. So if you have people out there that are blocking you, they're most likely being deceived by the enemy because, yeah. But anyways, when we got reconciled, the Lord gave me a scripture here. Hebrews 3:13. And it was for both of us. And this is going to help you too. So Hebrews 3:13, but encourage one another daily as long as it is called today, so that none of you may be hardened by sin's deceitfulness. So we were both being deceived by the enemy as far as like trying to block each other out of each other's lives because we felt that fear. We felt threatened a little bit, and the enemy is the one who ultimately, wanted us to divide too, because he knows that our being connected is more powerful. When we're both in alignment with the Lord, our prayers are more powerful, and it just goes to show you just how powerful a prayer can be. So for example, I was just given a dream. I was given a dream that there was a woman that gave birth, but that person said they wanted me to take care of their baby for them. So the Lord was basically showing me that he wanted me to protect her promise. So my friend's also standing for kingdom marriage too. And basically the Lord was telling me that he wanted me to protect her promise, even though, I was having a hard time managing my own promise, But he wanted me to manage hers too. He wanted me to pray for hers too. He wanted me to pray for her and war over her and her future spouse too. And I'll have to be mindful with some of the dreams I share, but I will say that, God did tell me through my dreams that my prayers were holding weight in heaven, and that things in her life were getting cleaned up through my prayers. And so now we're both in alignment with the Lord now. And back at that time, we couldn't walk together because we couldn't agree. But now we can walk together. Now we agree to each other. We agree to each other, and we both feel at peace. So I just want to say that God is the God of reconciliation. He is the God of restoration. And I know many of you are standing for kingdom marriage, and you're waiting to be reconciled to your person. And if they have ever, blocked you from their life in any way, shape, or form, just understand that it's the enemy that puts those thoughts into their mind, that they feel threatened by you, or vice versa. That's from the enemy. If they're not hurting you with their words, if they are not like hurting you, then there's no reason to hide from each other. There's no reason to hide from each other. If they are not, attacking you and going after you with their words, on social media or whatever, then there's no reason that you have to hide each other. There's no reason for it. But I don't know, take all of this back to God for yourself. But I just wanted to share how the enemy had used, how he had deceived me into thinking that I felt threatened by her and that I couldn't trust her, and that was just pure from the enemy. It wasn't from God at all. It was from the enemy. And because it says in the Bible that we don't have to be afraid, that we don't have to be anxious. And it's interesting because when the Lord was going to reconcile us, he actually gave us both the same dream, similar dreams. On Monday night, he both gave us a dream of a fire and a renewal, like there was a fire in a house or something, and there was a fire. I had a fireplace, and I was putting a piece together back on my fireplace, and then in front of the fireplace, there were two friends reconciling with each other. And at that moment, I didn't understand what that meant, but now I do. The Lord was really just trying to say that I'm reconciling you two back together because you're stronger together. And I just thought, wow, you literally gave us both very similar dreams on the very same day. Like, that is how powerful God is. And that when he wants you connected to someone, and one person is standing for you, it's powerful. And there were moments where I didn't want to pray for my friend because I was just upset. But then God wouldn't let me quit. He wouldn't let me quit. And I had to pray for her. I had to pray for her and her daughter and, and stuff like that. I tried to avoid it. I didn't want to. But then he just kept on putting in my mind that I had to pray. I had to pray for them both. I had to pray, And now we're just connected again. So I'm just really thankful that God is a God of restoration. He really is. And it's powerful. It's a powerful testimony that when one person stands for another human being, it's powerful that your prayers can really change someone's heart towards you. And it's all through the love of Jesus. So I just had to come on here and share this, although it's messy and very vulnerable, but it's just a powerful testimony of God's love. So I'll see y'all next time as the Lord leads. But I just had to come on here and just share this powerful story and testimony of God's love. And it's his forgiveness and his love and his grace that reconnects people again. So you Kingdom Marriage Standards, it's by his love and forgiveness and grace that he will connect you to your spouse again. It's through the love. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for letting me get all messy here. But it served a purpose. See you next time.